about yourself, and then what we're looking to accomplish, just kind of an overview. We're ready. Go ahead.
Cool. So I wanted to talk a little bit about like our business needs and just to see like if Dubb is the right call for that, just because we're evaluating video hosting and recording platforms and stuff like that. So basically, like we've identified 2 different needs for us, and the main one is actually just getting our sales team kind of empowered to just have video calls, or sorry, not video calls, but rather video messaging. Kind of sent through email or what have you. So as opposed to just kind of like your standard
email,
text on an email.
Got it.
You send them a nice little video that kind of introduces them or whatever you're talking about. So that part, but then also we're looking at using it in a form of marketing too, to have sort of these like webinar style videos where we kind of go over the more complex aspects of our business and just do it like on a live video style, and embed that on our website and just have that as a tool for them to use.
So it sounds like looking to have a video solution across the business, both in sales and marketing.
Sure.
Cool. I think you may have found the right spot, because it's exactly what we like to do. We're a one-stop shop. We like to provide all the video and the sales needs. A lot of people kind of break these up. Like maybe you've heard of a Vidyard. They try to break up the sales and marketing. It's very different. What we like to be is completely transparent here, and we are trying to be the one stop for everyone's video needs. So let me go ahead and jump into this then. Based on that, so use cases, you mentioned salespeople, primarily email. Is there anything else they're doing, like a LinkedIn, Facebook, or just email, or is text messaging?
Mostly email. Most of the social stuff is kind of just handed on our end. We might look into integrating more with LinkedIn. That might come at a later date.
All right. And what are we selling?
So we are a sports retail, I guess, just to kind of narrow it down to nuts and bolts, volleyball specific stuff mostly. And then we have another brand that's actually, sport agnostic, but basically still the same thing, like jerseys, gear, uniforms, all that kind of stuff.
And are you selling to like retailers, wholesalers? What does that look like?
So we are a retailer and team dealer. So we will sell to like retail customers that come in searching for just regular volleyball gear or jerseys or shoes, whatever it might be. But then also we do a lot of team business, and that's kind of the bulk of what we do actually is
So there's some B2B and then some B2C, sounds like.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Great. So with that information, I think that's enough to jump in here. Let's go ahead and might ask you some more questions as we're jumping along here. What is the email system you guys are using, like a Gmail or an Outlook or a CRM? What does that look
like? It's Outlook is our email, and our CRM is through HubSpot.
Okay, awesome. We have integrations with both those. All right, so let's go ahead and just break this from the start, how our platform works with something like what you've described. Okay. So the first thing is the creation of the videos. We can use any means we want. So we have a mobile app, which is really cool. It allows us to do things like start the video facing this way, then we can swap it. And like, say if you wanted to show some equipment or a storage room or whatever, your website navigation, something where you're saying, hey guys, I want to do a video for you, swap it to the back, show whatever's going on. You can put emojis and text on the screen and things like that, whatever you want to on the mobile app. You can also just use a cell phone, record a video like you regularly would, and upload that as well. Now here on the desktop, we can do a couple things. One is a built-in screen recorder. So all you do is click the Chrome extension. So if you have something like website navigation or like a contract walkthrough or proposal, anything where you're needing to provide a visual element, you can just hit record. And now this is going to record your screen. So we can do like line by line, like I said, a contract walkthrough. You can say, click here for this, or sign here for this, or that's what this means, whatever you need to do.
Cool.
So that's the other type of video. Of course, we can just do regular webcam video as well. I can just turn on the webcam and record there. And then I can also take any video from any outside source. So let's say if you're a videographer, like a commercial, anything you already have produced, you can upload to the platform as well.
Yeah.
So once you record this video, either through the app, the screen recorder, outside source, whatever, it's going to be here in the library. So what we do is provide 100% of the storage and hosting. So you guys don't have to worry about devices or memory cards or anything like that. And now once the videos are on here in the library, they each have their own kind of page. So Here is an example of video. Let me actually close some of these additional windows. So here's a video that I send to all of our inbound leads, right? We have someone that fills out a form, they sign up, and then I send them this video. The purpose of this video is to get them to book a call with us, because that's typically how we're closing our deals, right? So with you guys, what would that process look like when you're going through these emails? What is the ultimate goal of using that video? Is it just to kind of educate them, or is it to get them to make a purchase or to jump on a call? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think it's part of lead nurturing. There's some complexities to when we have like team stores. We get a lot of calls about how to set those up and what to put in there. And same things with our samples program. You can get samples of our gear delivered to you before you buy it. And those are really popular options, but a lot of people have trouble actually setting those up and give us a lot of calls. So sort of try to educate as we go along.
Got it.
So yeah, I would say part of that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So back to where I was. This is kind of like I said, every video has its own little video management page. Now, this is what the video looks like on the recipient's end. So when I send this through email or text message or social, this is what they're going to view when they click it. You mentioned you were in Outlook. So I don't have an Outlook to show you, but it's going to be very similar to the way it works in Gmail here. So if you're in Outlook, there's going to be a little Dubb icon right inside the interface of your tool. All you have to do is give it a click, and it's going to give you access to your library of videos. Here, let me refresh this window for a while. Okay. So yeah, it really makes giving the salespeople access to those videos really seamless. So they're in their Outlook account. Here, my computer's just behaving a little slow here. They're in their Outlook account. They hit compose, and then it's going to give them that Dubb icon here, where all I have to do is click it. Gives me access to my library of videos, and I can say video for John or for that team or whatever, and I just insert that. So that video is now ready to go through email. It's going to give you a little animated preview like this, which is the first 3 seconds of the video by default, but it can be anything else. It can be any 3 seconds in the video, or it can be a custom thumbnail as well. So we get that first name on it or a personalization text. What this can say whatever we want it to. Even if we're sending the same video over and over, it can benefit us to make it look more personal to them. Cool. So now what happens when they click this is it takes them back to this video page, except for it'd be customized for all of your guys' own stuff. So your own logo, your own URL, logo as a watermark there if you choose it, custom background image. And then really the main purpose of these videos is to, as I was describing earlier, get someone to take action and get them to take the action we want them to. So what you guys, it sounds like, is you have lots of education to kind of nurture them, warm them up to take the action we want them to. And it sounds like there may be a couple. So what we have here is the way this page is built is designed to take them from, I don't know what's going on, to, okay, now I know what the offer is and it's clear to me, and now I can take action there. So this playlist works like this. At the end of this first video, this is where you'd maybe say, hey, first name, or hey, team, the reason we were making this video for you is X. But then the bulk of what you actually have to say is the same thing you would say to anyone else. So in sales, and this is really common, where we want to have the first part of the video be really custom to them, but we don't want to have to repeat ourselves for the other 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. And here's where that playlist feature comes in. So at the end of that first video, it transitions automatically into the next video. So say, for example, you have a nice pre-recorded content where you're going into that samples package, or you're going into the other offer you described. So it's a 1 or 2 minute video where you're going in deep into the description of that offer. But we have the first part of the video where we want to say, hey, first name, thanks so much for attending our event or filling out the form, or, whatever it is, we want that personal part. And if it's a larger deal size, if it's a potentially bigger account, we want that customization. If we're doing things at scale, like you mentioned, more of your marketing efforts, like an embedded video or one video going to 1,000 people or something, those ones, we won't be able to have that, hey, first name customization, but we can still put their first name on it and things like that to make it look and feel a little bit more personalized.
Got it. Okay.
So that's the playlist feature. Lots of ways to kind of leverage that. What works really well here is, as I mentioned, the custom video with some pre-recorded content. Also, testimonial video works really well here, or case study, happy clients. A video from a happy client can work really well there. So it says, hey, first name, I have this really cool offer for you. Here's the offer. And the offer explains it. And then after that, it's saying, hey, we took advantage of the sample offer. The things came quickly. It was amazing. And we bought our full team's gear or whatever. And you can actually collect that video with Dubb. So you don't need to download or sign up or install anything. you would just send them one video saying, hey guys, we're so glad we were able to hook you up with the equipment you needed. If you can click that button below and just send us a little video saying what it was like to work with us, we'd really appreciate it. And then that way, historically, video testimonials have been pretty difficult to collect. This makes it really easy. They can shoot a video from their phone or webcam, and then you get it back here on the back end, so you can download it, you can embed it on a website, you can put it on a playlist as I showed you, or do whatever you need to with it. We're talking about embedding, so we do provide 2 different embed options for every video as well. So every video you have has a standard embedded video and a widget option. This is a standard embedded video, just like any other video, like a Vimeo or YouTube. But the cool thing is you actually get your CTA buttons displayed on top of the video after it's played. And then there's also this widget option here. So say if you have a squeeze page or maybe a website where you want to say, hey guys, welcome to the site. You can click here for this, click over here for that. Thanks so much for visiting. Looking forward to chatting or whatever. This can be like a whatever video you want. It just kind of follows them around. It's a different style of video. So every video you upload has both of those embedding options. So if you want to put some things on your websites, you can use the codes there for that.
Okay. Is most of this functionality coming through the web-based software?
Yeah, well, you can everything I'm showing you, you can do either from the mobile app or the desktop, either one.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question, is because I think we're going to have to run through the desktop app. I'm having some trouble with just.
Oh, so wait, you mean the desktop app specifically, not on a browser?
Yes.
Okay. So the desktop app can be used for the recordings, but I would say in order to set these pages up, that would typically need to be done from either a desktop or a cell phone first. Because that's the back end management of the page here. So like uploading your own logo, creating the call to action buttons, things like that. I would say that's best done from the website itself first. And then as far as creating the recordings go, you can definitely use the desktop recorder or the cell phone or any recorder for that matter. Let's actually go into your issue here though as well. I'd love to kind of learn more and resolve that for you. What are you experiencing? Why are you stuck?
You know what, man, I've had this looked at by our technical team and they don't even know what's up. But basically, for whatever reason, no matter which browser I run, just dubb.com off of, none of a lot of the images aren't showing up. A lot of the videos aren't running. It's working on my phone and it's working on basically everybody else's computer in the company. So I think it's just a problem with my machine. It just doesn't like the website for whatever reason.
Weird. Okay, and that's the regard. Okay, I was going to say, so Dubb only the recording and the main function does only work with Chrome. So I mean, you'd be able to access the website on Firefox or Internet Explorer or something, but we wouldn't be able to create any recordings only on Chrome.
Yeah.
But the fact that the images aren't loading and stuff, that sounds like there may be either like a cache setting.
Yeah, and I've cleared the cache. I've disconnected, reconnected the internet, and I've tried it on like all 3 different browsers, and I'm getting the same result. So like it's probably like a deep technical issue that I'm having my team look at, but
strange. And so you're saying even other computers in the same office connected to the same internet.
Yep. So it's working perfectly for them, no problems. It's just weird. So that was one of the reasons I was trying to be, trying to, I guess, investigate the desktop app to see if it had those capabilities, but it just seems that that's kind of just a video recording, which is
So unfortunately, the desktop recorder would just be the recording aspect of it. But in terms of building the page, we would have to either do that from the phone or from a website.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out. I just didn't know if you had any quick fix. I've actually heard about that. You do this.
I have had one other issue, or one user report an issue to where when they're recording their video, the webcam feed has like a little lag in it. And no matter what we've done, it's like, it's the same experience. They go to a different computer in the same office and nothing, it's not like that. On their phone, it's fine. On the other computers, it's fine. But on that one device, if there's some issue, we've troubleshot the crap out of it, and unfortunately to fix that specific issue. But it also occurs with any other recording software that she's using as well.
To be honest, man, I'm not really going to use it myself that much. It's going to be most of my sales team and some of our service team. So if it works for them,
all right,
whatever. I do have a couple questions about any sort of data collection or analytics and where that is hosted.
All right, go into it. What do you got for me?
Well, I just know that like a big part of what we want to do is integrate with HubSpot and just pull as much data into that as we possibly can.
Okay.
And you had mentioned that there was, an integration that you guys had. So I was just curious what kind of data is.
Let me jump back into HubSpot for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is direct integration with HubSpot. A couple of things. So if I'm sending videos one-to-one through HubSpot, or if I have the integration installed with HubSpot, so if I come into here to Dubb, there is an integration I can install. I just go to settings, and then integrations. You can see mine is already installed. Once I have that connected here, it will actually sync the contact data. So you can see here back in this contact record, it's going to show 100% video view, email clicks, basically all the engagement. Let me go back here. Are these just emails? Okay, activity. There we go. So you can see activity reporting. It says 100% video view, CTA click. So basically every bit of engagement with that video is being tracked, and it's going to show up in Dubb and in the HubSpot contact record.
Got it.
So there is a couple of other ways. So say if you're using the automation or marketing tools within HubSpot, that unfortunately won't get tracked back to the contact record here. Or no, wait, it will come to the contact record, but it won't show up in the reporting section. So like say if you send a blast through HubSpot with a Dubb video in it.
Sure.
You will be able to track the number of watches, the percentage watch, the number of link clicks and things like that, but you won't be able to see specifically who watched, who clicked which links. That information wouldn't be available in HubSpot. What we can do though is say if you have a nice HubSpot template you want to send out, we can paste that template into Dubb and send the video through Dubb, and we will get that level of reporting. It's not super convenient, because we can't push all the data back to HubSpot for like a large campaign like that. But the data is available if you wanted to do a video campaign, make it look like it's from HubSpot, and then have some analytics from it.
Got it.
Yeah. So
what about something like if we embed on our website some video, and like we have the HubSpot code on our site, and this is hooked up? Is there any data on like stuff that lives on the website? Yeah.
So with the website, and actually, I think HubSpot has a specific code where you can see if someone visited your page. Like, HubSpot has that. And I think it even gives you time on site and things like that. So that information will still be available to you. Say if you have a HubSpot landing page, you embed a Dubb video on there, all the HubSpot tracking will still take place. It'll tell you who's watching or who visited the site, the time they spent on that page, things like that. What Dubb will provide for the analytics of the video is it'll show the number of plays, what percentage each play was. So like say if you had 5 views, it's going to show you the percentage of each of those 5 views. It'll show you a general rate, and it'll show you if any links were clicked, but it wouldn't be able to tell you who was watching that video if it's embedded on a site. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine. And there are ways that I can collect that information.
Yeah, exactly. HubSpot would potentially collect that data for you, but we wouldn't be able to sync the video analytic with the viewer analytic of the page.
That's fine.
All right. So that's the direct integration with HubSpot. It is actually right in here. So if I go to create an email, there's a little Dubb icon right inside of here. So I can, insert my GIFs, track them, everything.
Okay. Yeah. And are the integrations, are they just come stock with each account that we make?
So the way that the integration works is it connects to a general HubSpot account. So like if this is my HubSpot account, so this is going to connect, the integration is connect to my contacts. So say if you had each individual salesperson, they have their own individual HubSpot accounts, or if they have a team account, that would be dependent. So if it's like one general HubSpot account, then you would connect that HubSpot account to each Dubb account.
Okay.
Or if each had their own little salesperson account, then you'd connect them individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like if they have their own contacts, or if it's a team contact library, that's basically
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And so the way the teams work on Dubb is there's a couple of things here. So one, the only real limitation to each individual account is this email signature section here. So for like our team, the salespeople, they want their own signature and they want their own calendar button and things like that. The buttons are interchangeable, but this email signature is consistent. So like any videos that come out of my account are going to have my email signature on them here.
Okay.
So for some smaller teams, what they've done is they've opted to just put generic information, like info@email, a generic contact, and then that way the entire team can access one account, and they have shared video libraries and things like that. So I've seen that, and I've also seen teams where they, they need their own stuff. So like here, I want my own calendar here. I want my own contact information here, things like that.
Okay.
But both those I've seen working. All right. So we've talked about the creation of the videos app in your email or in HubSpot, screen recorder, wherever you're at. The customization. So every video you create has its own page, just like this, except for it's all your own stuff. And then the idea also is to set up what's called a template. So like right now, if I hit record, whether I'm on the app, the screen recorder, or in HubSpot, it's going to build this whole page automatically. So like it's going to upload the logo, the background, the call to action buttons, all that stuff gets built with just a new video here in its place. And that's typically what we recommend for our clients, is we have the primary thing we're trying to do. So for sales, it's, maybe it's prospecting new business. So we have a template set up for prospecting, which is actually this video we're looking at is designed to convert inbound leads. So we get a sign up. I send this video to them. And the way it's structured is like this. The first part is saying, hey, thanks so much for filling this out. I have an irresistible offer for you where I'm going to set you up with a custom consultation for free. So that's what we like to call an irresistible offer. And that's what works well in these types of video pages for cold prospecting. We want to hit them with the MVP. What's the most tantalizing, compelling, interesting thing you can tell them in this first part of the video. If the idea is to hook them, to get them interested. And then you have the bulk of the information, as you've described. You guys have some products, so you'd go into that explanation at this point. And then here in the CTAs, this is the low-hanging fruit. This is the guys that are ready to talk shop. But what about if they're not quite ready for there? They're more towards the middle or the top of the funnel. That's where we have things like social proof, case studies, client success stories. You guys also mentioned some webinar type videos. So if you guys do want to host a webinar, maybe you can have some people registered. That's what this button is here. It goes to our live webinar. So yeah, depending upon what assets you guys have, that's kind of the idea is we want to build these pages out, set up a default so that the salesperson or whoever just has to hit record and it's going to build these things automatically based on what we're trying to accomplish.
Awesome. Okay.
And then
is there any sort of like account management or like onboarding or something like this?
Just about to get into that. So I was going to say, that's what we do as a company is provide one-on-one coaching for all of our clients. So we make sure video length, script type, CTA structure, it's all based really customized around what your guys' workflows are, what tools you have. So you mentioned Outlook, you mentioned HubSpot. We also mentioned some resources. You guys maybe are trying to drive to a webinar, whatever you have in terms of social proof, like Google reviews, Facebook reviews, or it's your own website. That's really where that consultation comes in. So yeah, we make sure all the stuff I've described is there's no guesswork involved. We're going to set you up with all our best practices to make sure you know exactly what's going to work for you.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. So I think we've covered most of it. We talked about creation, customization, distribution, and then the support that we offer. So there's actually a couple things. There's live chat support there available. There's also articles. So you can just search for keywords. We have a video tutorial center, which has bite-sized videos for everything on the platform. So if you see a section over here, there's a video for it over here. And then in addition to that, we also have that one-on-one coaching where we with groups. What we typically do is we meet with either the entire group or like the top performer, whoever's wanting to get on there. We typically want to meet with a high producer because that's whose actions we want to emulate. So if the top producer's formula looks like this, okay, I'm sending these messages, I do a follow-up, and then I do this. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. What we're going to do is just show you how to add video on there to make maybe things a little bit more efficient, shorten that sales cycle, increase engagement and education and things like that. So that's what we typically do. We meet, figure out what tool you guys are using or what tools, what your resources are, and then we set you up with the best strategies according to that. And then what we do as well is meet periodically after that. So say a week or a month goes by, you're like, hey, we're going to run a new campaign, or we want to look at the analytics, see what we have going on. And we meet again and kind of QA everything, say, okay, this works well, this needs work, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Your success is really our success. So that's really important for us.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Good deal. All right. We got any questions for me? What are you thinking?
I do have a couple. As far as you might have covered this, I don't remember. Is there any limit on like video storage?
Nope. Unlimited everything. So unlimited distribution, storage, all of it.
Okay. And so I think I asked this in live chat the other day, but in terms of like if we want to get this for our entire sales team, is that going to require separate accounts for each one, or is there like a team that we can share with?
So we do have a team structure. The way that the team structure works is you have everyone's on the same team, so you're sharing like logos and URL, but then they each have their own video pages. You have shared resources, so you can share videos. Like if you want to have certain videos that the whole team has access to, you can also share call to action buttons, and then you can have your own individual stuff as well. So like in our team structure, there's about 5 of us in this particular team. I have all my own videos, and so I can come in here. I can actually filter it, so you see it says all videos, or I can look at my videos, or I can look at just the team's videos, and you'll see these are a lot of the founders and stuff. So that's the way the team structure works. And in terms of pricing, as the number of seats go up, the price per seat comes down. Here, basically it's $40 per month per seat. But as I mentioned, as the number of seats come up, price comes down.
Okay. And they're able to have different email signatures for each one?
Yeah. On a team account, each team member would have their own signature here. They would have their own separate accounts technically, but with some shared functionality.
Got it. Okay. And my last question was one of security. With like if we make videos that have anything sort of like, I don't know, sensitive information. Just wanted to go into detail on some of the stuff you guys got there.
Cool. A couple of things we have. One is layers of privacy. So you can, by default, all these videos are only visible to people that you're sharing the link with directly. So like no one can go on Google and find these videos if you set privacy. The other thing is you can set them to featured where they would be visible on Google. So if you want SEO kind of additional content out there, so like you guys marketing videos, that's something you'd probably want to share to public. It's just like having a YouTube video out there, just one more kind of line in the water. And now we have password protection for sensitive material. So if you want to require a password, we can password protect it, and then no one would be able to view that without having a password.
So great.
That's a couple layers of security. So either password protection or shareable privacy so that they can only view it if you have the link to them. We can also schedule these for automatic deletion. So say if you want video to only be there for a certain amount of time, then you can schedule it to be deleted after 1 week or a day or however long.
Awesome. You guys thought of everything.
Yeah, exactly. We have tried here because what we do too is we're a smaller company and we're so lean that we can adapt very quickly. So someone comes and says, "Hey, look, this huge company has this cool feature," and like next week it's built. So that's really what we've done. Is any of our competitors, we've taken all the most powerful features and added those. Even came up with some of our own in-house features that are really kind of unique and creative. And so that's what we've tried to do, man. We just want to be the one stop for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool. So can we go over pricing real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. What do we think? How many users are you looking at?
Oh man, we're probably going to start at, I don't know, probably 3 to begin, and then that might evolve into 5 or so. We have a couple people that normally would have them, but they're on maternity leave at the same time. So
crazy.
whenever
That
they
happens,
get back,
right? Everyone's in the office, everyone gets synced up, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So whenever they get back, they'll probably be back in the next couple months. So we would probably move that up to 5 then. And I think we might cap that out there, but who knows?
Okay. Well, I would say, if we're less than 5 users, it will be a different rate than if we're over 5. So if we're going to do 3, we do maybe like a 20% off each account for now. And then when we got over that 5 rate, we would provide an additional discount at that point.
Sure.
Cool. What I can do is I can send you over a little quote with some instruction on how to take advantage of that. You said 3, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So I can send that over to you. I guess that'd be a little screen instruction showing you how to plug that in. And then the next step would be to schedule your coaching.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. One thing I want to point out, like I said, this little video tutorial center, this can be helpful. That way we can spend less time going over basic stuff. This one's going to just show you how to upload like the logo, contact information, things like that. So all that stuff would just be really done one time per team account as well, because this logo just goes in there once. And then what we do is I'm going to connect for the training for the team members, where we'll show them how to pop in all the individual stuff like the email signature and all that individual stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty. Well, I'll have that over to you here in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you, Darius.
Absolutely, boss. All right, Alex, you have a good one.
All right, you too. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.